with me, man.
F.A. into the G, yeah, baby, the O, yeah.
You watch what you say. Fake dudes don't look my way. Yeah, you stay where you may.
F.A. into the G, yeah, baby, the O.
Watch what you say. Fake dudes don't look my way. Easy, I know where you stay.
F.A. into the G.
What's good, people? It's about that time to randomly relate, reverse rants, no hate. I want to dig into something, and I want to give a little background of myself to my new family. Shout out, salute to my man, regular militant. Shout out to Boxing Profits. Just let me give y'all a little breakdown, okay? Because we a lot of times we sub to people channels. A lot of people, they'll sub and they check in from time to time, or they just sub and they do their thing. Me personally, just so y'all know, initially when I started this channel, I didn't want to talk about just boxing because there's so many boxing channels, and I felt like, what am I going to do different? Everybody else is just talking about boxing. But when I started listening and watching other channels, the one thing that came to mind is we all different. I know I have a different way of getting my point across. I have a different style of how I do things. And then it's like, you know what? Because I don't want to blend in. I want to stand out. But I want to stand out by being honest and being straight up and being fair. A lot of people, and what I saw is a lot of people are very biased, and they don't stand up for the truth. They're about showing favoritism. And I looked at every possible way that I could be different, and I said, all I have to do is just be myself. That's the key. I'm not different when the cameras are on. Now, one thing I will say, just so you guys know, even if I'm talking and I might seem like I'm not doing it because the cameras are on. I'm just putting the emotion into what I'm saying, but I am never, ever taking anything personal because someone is talking trash about a fighter. Now, me, I don't deal with direct disrespect because I never disrespect anybody. So for me, I'll block and delete anybody who decides they want to be disrespectful and ignorant. That has no place in my house. I'm a father, I'm a husband. I teach my kids to do right. I can't teach them to do that if I'm gonna go out and treat people any kind of way. So a lot of times, even if I get aggressive, understand something. I get a lot of DMs and a lot of messages that people send you things and say things. Really, the sarcasm and the nonsense is really based on ignorance and immaturity. Okay, and when you have walked a certain, you've traveled certain places in life. Okay, and I don't just mean physically. I mean in here and in here and in here. One thing that you learn is that you want people to treat you the same way you treat people. That's what you want in return. So I kind of dabbled in what kind of channel do I want to make. And you know what? I said I'm gonna stick with boxing. But then I thought about it too, and I said I don't want to talk about just boxing. One of the reasons why I didn't want it was what I really don't like about channels in general is all of the back and forth. If you go through any comment section and you start to see people with the name calling, the immature nonsense, like what I'm saying, like I got thick skin, man. I don't care about that. That doesn't hurt my feelings. Okay, I don't. Oh, he's saying, he's calling me names. No. At the end of the day, you'll be just like a belch. It happened. I don't even remember it. Simple. Done. Blocked. Deleted. Me personally, I like the direction my channel is going. And, real recognizes real. So even for the brother, Red Glove Militant, to even direct people to my channel is because real recognizes real. And that same love people give me, that's what I give. Just so you guys know, okay? One of the things that I've seen so far, many things, people they make things a race issue when race has nothing to do with it. And then you have people getting feelings because you don't jump on any agenda. You stay, stand strong with what you believe, and you do what's right. I have a boxing channel. I want to start to incorporate some MMA. currently most of the people on my channel, they don't really watch MMA. So MMA and bare knuckle fighting as well. In all actuality, combat sports in general is something I have an interest in. So my thing is how I grow my channel. I know what my strategies are and what I look at, but my thing is I'm always going to be honest and truthful to you. I'm never going to be biased, and I don't lean towards people. One thing that I know, like I have kids. Now imagine this, how would I feel if someone cheated my kids? How would I feel if someone was giving my kids misinformation? I've worked at places and people always say, treat this place like you would your own home. Just imagine your mom and dad living here, or, people that you love, and those things make sense. So, that's my thing. Now, if people have a problem with me because I'm not controversial, I'm not biased, I don't sit here and want to make race wars about everything, I embrace all who embrace me. Your skin color means nothing to me. Your hair color, your eye color, that means nothing to me. People are people, and I try to show love to everybody. I show love to everybody that shows me love. So for anybody that feels like, oh man, he need to, start going at people and all the back and forth. Somebody, said to me one time, they said, man, your style is unique, man. You need to start doing debates. But I told them, I said, my brother, debates don't get you anywhere. Debates is nothing but an argument in front of an audience, and it doesn't solve anything. I'm not coming on here to bring you content to try to, oh man, that guy's, he's so smart. Yeah, I have some intelligence, but I don't know every goddamn thing. And that's one thing none of us do. So for all of these people that's always, I told you that. I told you he was going to win. Yeah, y'all can have all of that. They're quiet as a mouse when their predictions are wrong. But basically, I want to have fun. Hey, I welcome every new family member. Welcome to the family. I appreciate you guys. And you know what? I like to have fun. That's what this channel is for. I want to enjoy what I'm doing. Anything that you control and that you own, don't you want to make it as comfortable as possible? So I don't, why would I create a channel where I want to sit here and argue with people and have to go back and feel like I need to go back and forth with people, and that's not enjoyable to me. How do you enjoy something that the negativity just pours out? So for me, I would rather have a handful of down-to-earth, logical thinking people than to have 25,000 subscribers that basically just come on here with their narratives, their false narratives and their negativity. And basically, if you listen to most people talking or listen or read comments, everybody's an expert on everybody else. And for me, my physical training, my mental health, my physical state, that's where I put my time in. I work, I feed my family, I take care of my body. I'm in fight shape. I can fight right now. I stay in shape all year round, not because of an event or because of any of that. I am the only person that I'm going to invest that kind of interest in. That I don't boast about myself and brag and all that. What I'm saying, there's no fighter, actor, singer, rapper, dancer that I'm going to put that much interest in that I don't worship. Oh my God, that guy. No, I don't worship these fighters, these actresses. They're humans just like us. You know what I'm saying? I have a channel. Everybody will tell you they got the #1 channel. My brother, Red Glove Militant, you hearing this from me, from Aries. He got the #1 channel. He just got a new brother in me. That's my man right there, Nothing but respect. And you know what? Like I said, real recognize real, and that's who I like to interact with. And like I said, we don't, there's always something that you see different from somebody else. That don't mean we're arguing. We can have conversations about anything, and it's like the reality is we're all grown adults. Carry yourself as such. That's my whole thing. So for me, I've done a lot of fighting myself. I'm active. I do a lot right now, and like I said, it's not, and I don't know everything. But one thing for sure, it's funny to me how people who've never stepped in the ring, an octagon, never had a school fight, not last year, not last week, not last night, but they can tell you everything about fighting because they sit on a couch and watch, and then they subscribe to channels that give these false narratives, which is like, all I see is a lot of debating back and forth about who did this, who ducked who can't do this, who did that, who would have beat who, this one, that. And my whole thing is, how is this fun to you? How is this even, like, why are you even interested? I get people sending me messages 5, 6 o'clock in the morning to tell me that somebody who I think is going to win is going to lose, and how he's a bitch and he can't fight, he's a fucking ducker, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, man, listen, the fact that you even care that much to send me a text at 5 o'clock in the morning, like, I actually care about what you're thinking about this fighter or what this fighter's doing. My mind is not, I don't go to sleep, oh, Jamel Charlo, oh, Anthony Joshua. I'm not thinking about these guys. My mental health and physical health is more important than any of these athletes. I put that work into me. So for me, once I'm a fan of boxing, not so much the fighters. I respect them. I respect what fighters do. I appreciate what they do. But, I'm not a fan. And I'm going to be fair regardless. In football, right? I always like the Oakland Raiders. Imagine me sitting here telling you the 1983 Raiders could beat anybody. The Raiders was, no. Look, the Super Bowls that they won, they were the best that year. I don't really believe in greatest of all time. I don't really care. We can always look and analyze something and then, okay, I will go with this team. Personally, I'm not a Dallas. I never really liked the Cowboys. It's not that I dislike them, but I never really liked the Cowboys. But for me, for years, I felt like the 49ers, for example, was the ultimate team. Those 90s Cowboys, those championship version 90s Cowboys, I'm thinking, no. I think they might have been too big for the San Francisco 49ers. And in my opinion, that was the case against the Buffalo Bills. Buffalo Bills was the best team in the AFC for 4 straight years and choked, right? First Super Bowl with the Giants, could have went either way. But when they got to the Redskins and to the Cowboys, it was like, it was different. Those guys were too big. And that's just the way I saw it. Like, if it would have been any other NFC team, maybe the Bills might have won. I mean, Scott Norwood makes the field goal against the Giants, they win. It was just back and forth. It was like they were evenly matched. They just couldn't match size with the Cowboys and the Redskins, But then I look at the New England Patriots and it's like, okay. So imagine me trying to give y'all the narrative that, the Raiders was better than all of them. No, I can't say that, and I don't even think that. The way I feel is like this. Every year that events go on, you're the best team that year. A fighter may have been the best of his era. Now, let's look at the new breeds coming in. I respect Floyd's career. Floyd is that guy. Floyd is only doing exhibitions now. Floyd's legacy is set in stone. I'm looking at the Charlos now. I'm looking at, the Errol Spencers of the world, the Josh Taylors of the world. That's who I'm looking at. I'm looking at guys like, let's see who's going to come up. Let's push these guys now. That's how I am. I'm not one of those people that I have to hold on to this one particular fighter and say nobody could beat this guy and he's this and this. Even if my opinion is, even if I think that guy would beat all these other guys, my opinion is my opinion. Okay? My opinion is not facts. And we're all entitled to an opinion. But at the same time, I'm used to having grown-up dialogue. I'm not into this whole insulting and going back and forth nonsense. Let that nonsensical crap happen on other channels with other people. I want to build this channel to where it's just respectful and it's enjoyable. Because when people decide that they want to come to this channel and be disrespectful, they're not going to last on this channel. Plain and plain. I'm not thirsty for anything. So I appreciate brothers like, Red Glove Militant, man. I appreciate, good people. In life, I surround myself with good people, or I'd rather be alone than just to have people around me. I'm pretty sure you guys have seen it too. I've seen many people, yes, my man, yeah, right, and then walk away and go, man, I don't even like this motherfucker. Don't that make you look at them and say, well, why the hell are you shaking hands and laughing in his face if you don't like him? So it's like a lot of people, they are looking, and understand, even when we're texting each other back and forth in agreement to things or having a good time, there's always somebody who want to put their 2 cents in and jump in that mix and want to, spill their poison out. My thing is this. I don't feel like just because I disagree with a person, I have to voice my opinion just because I disagree. I don't feel like I want to challenge people because we see things different. No. When we're speaking about something and I challenge a person's logic, now I'll give you guys an example. People that's already been part of the family know, okay? But for all of the new family, like an example I'll give you was someone telling me that, Floyd Mayweather, he ducked what's his name, Vernon Forrest. He ducked Costa Zoo. He ducked Winky Wright. Who else was it? He ducked Amir Khan, right? And he ducked Gennady Golovkin. Okay, he ducked Andre Ward. This is somebody actually telling me this, and had people, yeah. And I said, okay, so let me ask you something. He ducked. What's the other guy? He said he ducked. Oh, he ducked Fernando Vargas, and So I said, so let me ask you something. Where's your proof that Floyd ducked him? He could have fought him. He could. No, I ain't asked your opinion. You see, you're trying to answer my question with your opinion. What is your proof that he ducked him? They can't give you proof, but in their minds, their ego, their ignorance, their opinions is proof. So I said, well, let me ask you a question. How come Manny Pacquiao didn't fight those same people you're talking about? Did he duck him too? What? Now they start stuttering, tripping over their words. Now, my point was Floyd and Manny didn't fight some of the same people. Prince Nassim Hamed or whoever it was. I'm not saying I don't believe Pacquiao or Floyd ducked anybody. The fights didn't happen for whatever reason. My point is, how come Floyd ducked them but Manny didn't duck them? Floyd fought some guys that like, for example, Floyd and Manny fought some of the same guys. Now, in reality, with the exception of Marquez, which was a fight back after a year layoff, not even a warm-up, went straight to Marquez, who was a highly skilled elite fighter. What happened was Manny fought the Shane Mosleys after Floyd fought him. He fought the Oscar De La Hoyas after Floyd fought him. The Ricky Hattons after Floyd fought him. So my thing is, when Floyd fought them and you're saying, oh, the guy was old or the guy was this, well, they was older when Manny fought him. So why are the excuses? Y'all see where I'm going with this. It's like, it's not about who, I don't care less who you like or don't like. I'm giving you guys insights from me so you get an understanding. So I'm taking the time to make this video for this reason. Okay? You have to make sense when you talk to me. If you don't have logic and reason coming from your lungs, through your vocal cords, out to my ears, I don't really want, it's not much to talk about. And like I said, even if we have a difference of opinion, that's fine. It's not like, oh, if you don't agree with me, then no, I'm mad, I'm upset. No, none of that. No. Like I said, I don't deal with that with disrespect. But at the same time, it's like, you can't give me an answer to something that you're making a claim to, then what are we talking about? So to say that Floyd ducked these guys, but Manny Pacquiao didn't fight him, but you're not saying Manny ducked him. And I'm asking, how do you determine that it was a duck? And then there's guys that both of them fought that may not have been the best fighters, but you know what? It is what it is. They fought each other, and the outcome was the outcome. So, that's my whole thing with people trying to make, their opinions and narratives facts and proof. And that's what I deal with a lot of. But you know what? I'm correcting it. So for everybody that I eliminate that comes that negativity or jumping on my channel trying to attack my family, you know, so get used to it. I don't say subscribers, I say my family or the family. When they jump on here trying to attack my family, yeah, it's like, hey, who is this guy? Yeah, right? You coming in here insulting and all this, you know, pettiness. Understand these people don't have lives and they're very immature. That's why they do what they do. If they can't be educated and they don't want to learn, they just want to talk and speak about what they don't know. You know, like I know a lot more than what I actually speak about, and I'm talking about in life, but I don't know everything. And like I said, I'm not here to be glorified and have people, you know, try to, you know, impress people. Oh, he sold this, he sold that. No, but I do want you guys to know that I speak the truth. And if I don't know something, people that's already been a part of the family know. I've had many people ask me certain things. What do you think about this guy, or this fight, or this fight? And I'll tell them, hey, let me do my homework on that fighter, or, you know, that fight particularly, and I get back to you. Because if I don't know, I don't speak on it. I can't. And I'll be honest and tell you, oh, I'm not aware of that, or I don't know that. And what you're going to find on my channel, you know, with me, people really don't like the truth. And I'm sure you see it on other people's channels as well. But at the same time, it's like when you speak logic to people, they get really irritated because what you're saying is making sense. But they'll try to push a negative narrative just to support a person that they like. And I just don't agree with that. And I can't relate to that. So coming to this channel, we're going to have some fun here. And we're going to have, you know, we speak about boxing. There's things that I see, and I spoke about certain things, but we're not going to dwell on things, and we're not gonna, you know, make up scenarios and push falsehood. That's what we're trying to destroy. We're trying to break the chain of racism. We're trying to break the chain of hate. We're trying to break, you know, these falsehoods and negativities. We're trying to break that. We don't embrace this shit. We don't pull it in and then sprinkle it around and then get, you know, act confused as to why it's happening. You have to eliminate that. And that's what I'm about. My channel is not, you know, people use the term clout chasing, and look, what is clout chasing by speaking on something and making sense? It's when you disagree with them, then you're clout chasing, right? So if anybody's clout chasing, it's people who push these false narratives and then keep nailing it in every time you turn around and making another video and another video and another video, making claims that they can't prove. And they're doing it as if they're supporting this fighter, but no, they're doing it for their Patreons. So with me, you got a real one. Respect the realness, man, and support the realness. And like I told my brother, you know, Red Glove, you know, militant, that we have to, you know, yeah, we have to have more camaraderie in these type of communities, man. These channels, like I affiliate myself with those who are real, you know, and it's not about putting people on pedestals or judging people, like, or trying to be negative or trying to, you know, be biased towards situations. But no, man, I respect the real. You know, like I said, he got a brother in me for life, man. And there's a few other channels out there that I've, you know, I've seen a lot. One thing I will say, and whether you guys have experienced this or not, the more you're on the web and you check, you'll see it. There's a lot of people who get egos. Their heads get big. They don't respond to you when you text them and you message them. And what I tell people is, well, you can't make them, so you know what? Don't even worry about it. Stop sending them messages. Because at the end of the day, they feel like, oh, I got subscribers to lose. I got X amount of subscribers. And they're feeling themselves to the point where now they feel like they're on top of the world. But what they, you know, fail to realize is they have no subscribers. They don't have a channel. I mean, so what are you doing? You know, so we don't argue. We don't insult. We don't do petty stuff. We're grown-ups that have grown-up discussions. And that's what this is. Okay, imagine a big round table. We're all sitting there just having, you know, tea or sipping and chilling and just we're having that's what this is. This is not motherfuck you, suck my, you bitch it. I don't do that. So anyway, welcome to the family. I'm taking the time to do this because I feel like it's necessary. Most people don't do shit like this. And I hope y'all enjoy the content. and I'm definitely working on putting things out. It's not hard for me because I'm just being me. Sometimes I'm super busy, then like now while I have the time, I said let me do what I have to do. And you know, this is not a video about Errol Spence or Anthony Joshua or any fighter. This is me, Aries Zodiac, letting you guys know a little about me, and you know, to have an understanding of what this channel is about. You know, I appreciate good people. You know, I appreciate positivity. You know, and let me say shout out to my man Eric Davies, man. That's my brother too. Eric Davies, my brother. How you doing, man? I hope everything is good with you. Hope you blessed, your family's blessed. You know, he's always been like my main dude, man. Shout out to Eric Davies. Say that again. You know, of course, shout out to Red Glove Militant, and you know, that's my brothers right there, man. So, at the end of the day, I created this channel to have fun, and it's gonna grow. It's gonna grow, and as it's growing, I'm having fun with it. I'm you know, definitely not thirsty. I'm not, you know, like all this clout chasing talk that people come up with. You know that the nonsense. Like I said, I do grown up things, and I only interact with grown ups. Listen, family, remember, never fall in love with lies, and the truth brings hate out of people. Salute.